What is good, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Get into another reaction. It's about fucking time. Finally getting back to My Hero Academia Season 7. We only got 3 episodes in whenever I attempted to start reacting to it whenever the season first started airing. And if I remember correctly, I can't remember exactly the timing. This is May 25th of 2024. Okay, that I think checks out. So if I'm not mistaken, the reason why I ended up kind of taking... This is like right around when I like stopped reacting for a good like 6 months or so, because I was a couple months into the job I'm working now. So it was still kind of new and I was learning a lot, blah, 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 blah. Kind of just focused on that. And then also that was approaching me and my dad getting ready to move out of the apartment that we were in and into the house that we're in now. So that checks out. That's probably why I ended up stopping and never got back to this. So I'm glad we're finally getting back to it now. It's been long overdue. I've been itching to fucking watch this because, I mean, I'm a manga reader for My Hero, so I know of pretty much everything that's supposed to come because the manga has ended as of a couple months ago, I believe. But as usual with any other manga that I read, like I'm not one that like rereads a lot or is looking back like, oh, what's coming up next in the anime and trying to see like the compare and contrast between the chapters. Like I read that shit once, that was it. So there's definitely gonna be some stuff that I forgot about or minor details that I don't remember besides the big stuff, like the big events and like just the general scope of like, okay, this huge thing's about to happen, something like that, right? But I'm very excited to be getting back into this because, I mean, ever since, it's been really heating up, like, these students that are training to be heroes, I mean, they're the real heroes now. Like, this is do or die, no joke. And the heroes in general are in a very, like, tough spot in terms of, like, the public not trusting them. And there's a lot of, just of a mess because the villains have gotten so much control, including, mainly All For One and Shigaraki, and it's just fucking hectic, chaotic, insanely exciting at the same time because of, the battles that are to come. And if I remember correctly, what we left off with in episode 3 of season 7, which, yeah, was a good while ago, but I did a little skimming to remind myself where the fuck I left off. Last episode was the big reveal of who the actual traitor was at the school. And that turns out to be, what the fuck is his name, dude? The French blonde guy. Oh my god, bro. Why can't I remember his name? Yeah, okay, that's right. AOYAMA. That's his fucking name. I knew it started with an A. I just didn't want to I just couldn't remember. So yeah, AOYAMA was indeed the traitor. And, he didn't have a quirk to begin with. He was quirkless. It's kind of like how I guess he started to relate with Deku, or like in his own way related with Deku. And, Deku was the one that, ended up peeping in on the conversation that he was having with his parents, and his parents felt like they kind of like not forced him, but like they didn't really have any choice because they ended up accepting All For One's offer way back in the day to give him a quirk. And then ever since then, they've kind of had to like listen to him. Like they have no other fucking choice. What are they going to say no to the most evil, infamous villain ever? No. You're going to fucking die. So yeah, we figured out who the actual traitor was, which is AOYAMA. Very unfortunate, because obviously the Class A feels very betrayed, and rightfully so. So there's a lot of emotions, and that's where we left off. So let's get into episode 4 of season 7, My Hero. It's about damn time. If you guys enjoy the reaction, please like down below, comment, subscribe for new, hit the notification bell so the next one's dropping. Let's get into it. My Hero season 7, episode 4. Yep, you can see AOYAMA and his parents are locked up to those chairs. That's your one chance at redemption. Aoyama, you're lucky you are in this class and are surrounded by good fucking friends. That's a very good point, relating that situation to going to bring Midoriya back. Like, stop relying on only yourself. Rely on us too. Let us share the burden. Look at that. Your fucking teacher, who is known for just expelling motherfuckers early on in the year, still behind you, along with his other students. Come on, bro, give me to it now. That's right, bro. Shit is moving fast, man. Yeah, since Shigaraki's body's like healing and adjusting and all that shit, because I think All For One's like taking it over or something like that. I can't remember exactly what's happening, but we don't have much time. We don't have much time at all. Stressful as fuck. Everybody's feeling down in the dumps. Bro, look at all of them, bro. They ain't fucking around. Nah, bro. You use one of my friends, one of my classmates, as your fucking spy? Nah, I'm fucking your shit up. Deja vu, yep. What's her name? Hatsume? I think? Amazing. Danger sense didn't react. Yeah, Hatsume, that's what I thought. She has no idea what the fuck's going on. Bro, dude, all she does is just in this fucking lab. Yeah, bro, this shit looks way larger. Ah. Can't do it then, sorry. Alright, bet, we still gonna get the help we need. She's probably working on something else like crazy. Right, yeah, no, exactly, yeah, she's just so immersed in what she's doing and what she loves, but it's also to help out the entire fucking school. Damn! Bruh. Damn fucking right. Dude, can we fix the faces? Please? Still? That's what I'm saying, bro. Dog. Yeah, no, they're trolling right now. There we go. Watashina Eren Yeager. Yep, I mean that's the top 3 of the class right there. Okay, we catching up with Big 3. What in the Godzilla? Did we already know that she cut her hair? I can't remember. Oh, baby, bro. We in for some good shit. I think I mentioned in one of my reactions recently, too, that I was thinking that My Hero final season was going to be, like, winter, like, start of 2026, something like that. Yeah, nah, they announced that shit October, baby. We gotta catch up quick. I don't know if that's possible, but we gonna try.
ここにいる者は様々な状況証拠や動向から白と判断し話を進めます。エンデバーさんやジーニストさん、主力ヒーローには現場指揮を取ってもらいます。優子たちは来れないの寂しいにゃ。すみませんね。メンバーを疑ってるわけじゃないんです。にゃ。にゃ。死柄木たちに私のサーチを悪用されてるにゃんね。全力で協力します。これは最善事前に関わらず。 必ずやらなければならないこと分断です。スター&ストライプ戦のレコーダーを見る限り死柄木弔の強さはオール・フォー・ワンを優に超えている。二人が揃って出てくるだけで我々は勝てない。じゃあスターの時になぜ連中それをしなかった。
They couldn't, no, right?
名を呼ばれることを避けたんでしょう。ニューオーダーのルールなら オール・フォー・ワンと呼べば成立してしまうだろうから最低でも10キロ以上2人を
10 kilometers, that's actually a fucking pretty large distance.
当然向こうもそうならないように駒を動かしてくるだろうな。その通りだよ、塚内君。じゃあオール・フォー・ワンと死柄木を引き離すためにまずダビを引き離して。ダビだけじゃないな。
The League.
そう、全てです。
Yeah, I was about to say, like, literally, all of Shigaraki's, like, supporters. Or, like, main core, like, group. Dabi, Compress. All them motherfuckers. Very true. One on one. Okay, came out clean.
オールマイトに倒されてから獲得したものというわけか。だからオール・フォー・ワンは植え付けてた。恐怖との種をこの子に、この子の両親に。
Yeah, I mean, they had no choice but to say no once they accepted. Ever since then, they've just been scared for their fucking lives. That's what I'm saying, dude. AOYAMA, you're one lucky motherfucker to have friends like this. That's how Class 1A always been. Especially as being under the lead of Midoriya and wanting to be like him and catch up to him.
彼らのようにきらめけない。彼らが僕を信じてくれればくれるほど、僕自身が僕を信じられなくなってしまいます。だからもう降りたい。どこか光の当たらない場所で死ぬのを待つだけが。
Damn, bro.
情状酌量はあるかもしれん。だが罪は消えない。
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have a chance, Aoyama. You have a chance.
お前は遊泳に残れないかもしれない。あいつらは友達だから優しく言ってくれたが、俺は違う。はっきり言ってやる。植え付けられた恐怖を無理にでも引き剥がす。戦え。戦うしかないんだ。お前は。
分かってます。勝たなきゃいけないから分かってる。
お前を利用するって点では、俺たちとオール・フォー・ワン、何も違いはない。
Damn, that's very true too. I didn't even think about that. You know, trying to use him as a piece to lure out All for One and Shigaraki and, you know, create those conditions that they need to keep them apart 10 kilometers.
俺がヒーローか他人で、お前が生徒である限り、俺はまだお前を除籍するつもりはない。この先一生負い目を抱える生き方など俺は生徒に教えない。惨めで情けなくても手を差し出してくれた友と歩め。
And he thought back to his childhood. Damn, dude, fucking Aizawa, man.
あいつらといれば大丈夫だ。
Yep. You don't gotta worry about nothing else. If you with the gang and they already believe in you, you'll be fine.
僕みたいな罪人一人に何ができるのか。
その道は皆が歩む道だ。
Yup. What a fucking episode. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna end there. God damn. It's good to be back. Holy fuck. Oh, word? Oh yeah, fuck the preview. But there was a slight little end credit there. What's his name again? I think, Shinzo? I think? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. If we saw an end credit there, I'm assuming we're going to see him next episode. Gas! Oh, it's good to be back. Alrighty, guys. What? Another amazing episode of My Hero Academia Season 7. Episode 4 in the books. You know, it's quite a large gap between episode 3 and 4. My bad. But hey, man, this is really good to get back into this. It's just that one episode is all I needed to like revitalize the hype in me and like realize like where we're at in the story again. And we're preparing for the ultimate battle. I mean, this shit's gonna hit the fucking fan and it's gonna hit it hard. The Class A, you know, right in the beginning of the episode, talking to AOYAMA, his parents behind him. And really kind of just revitalizing what they want to do and realizing that AOYAMA is the piece to all this and he can help if he chooses to and sort of redeem himself in some way, even though he's scared and he's lived in fear his whole life, being under All for One forcibly, that fear that was instilled into him. But the fact that his class, Midoriya and all of them still believe in him, I mean, that shows a lot of empathy from his class, and he's really lucky to have friends like that. Especially after learning all this and that quickly kind of turning it around. Like, sure, it was a lot to process, and Midoriya at first was like even pissed himself. But, I mean, you have some of the greatest friends you could ask for, dog. And so that's when we get into a little bit of seeing Hatsume and what the support course is working on. And, you know, Ida and Midoriya go to repair their costumes. And then they're starting to do this search or whatever to try and get information. And Aizawa goes to meet with AOYAMA, All Might, and Tsukachi, I think his name is, from the police force, and you know, a small group of people along with Hawks and everything. They have a meeting, you know, a secret meeting, because you know they don't know who they can trust at this point. At least, you know, that small group they know for sure should be fine, and they bring up the conditions that they have to meet to be able to truly, feasibly in their minds see that they could win or even have a chance of success. If they don't separate All for One and Shigaraki at least by 10 kilometers, it's wraps. If they're together, it's over. We don't have a chance. So those are the conditions they have to meet: is separate them by 10 kilometers and keep them separated So in doing that, they have to have a plan, and the key to it all is AOYAMA. And so that's when we see that conversation between Aizawa and AOYAMA after his, you know, tests for like psychological stuff and all that. And you know, there doesn't seem to be anything abnormally wrong. It doesn't seem there is a, you know, a bomb planted in him like it was for Nagant. I think that's her name, Nagant. I think the sniper hero that was kind of working under All for One for a bit. And once she started to flip, you know, from Midoriya fighting her, you know, she blew up. So it doesn't seem like any of that's going on. And Aizawa just keeps it real with him, like, yeah, nah, you got to. Like, you don't have a choice. And, you know, the fact that he's had this fear instilled in him for so long, he's been used for so long, obviously anybody would be scared and also just want to give up and just truly at the lowest of the low, don't want to move, don't, like, you know, he's too scared. Like, the fact that they believe in him that much makes him believe in himself even less, because he just can't help but think, like, what if it goes wrong? What if I fail them again? What if I don't meet their expectations? Yada, yada, yada. So I can totally understand where he's coming from. I mean, it's fucking insane how much he's been through, but the fact that Aizawa still believes in him and gave it to him straight, and also just told him, like, look, as long, like, you got those friends, your classmates reaching their hand out to you. If you're with them, you don't have to worry about that, because you're not the only one walking down this path. We all are. So that was basically how he kept it short and sweet with him. It was like, look, you'll be fine. You know, it's not like the rest of us aren't scared either. I mean, especially in your case, since you've been used in kind of a pawn piece of All for One for so long. But hey, it's better than nothing. You have a chance to help, and we have a chance to actually make this work. So might as well, and you're not going to be the only one. You know, you got everybody else beside you. So, hey man, amazing first episode back into watching My Hero Season 7. It's about damn time I got back to this. But yeah, I think I'm going to try and watch 2 more episodes. So without further ado, let's get into the next one. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, please like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell, see the next one's dropping. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be good. Deuces.